So we're fishing the Caney Fork, which runs into the Cumberland. Obviously it's dammed up here on the Center Hill Reservoir. And fishing midges because there's a nice little midge hatch going on. Surprisingly, we haven't caught a ton of fish, but we've caught a few. It's pretty tough this morning because they've been really keyed in on those real small emergers. And so I went down to a size 22 and I've caught a few little ones today, but nothing big, but beautiful day. So this morning we've got a 2-fly rig set up. Point fly up here is 18, kind of a, and it's got some squirrel hair dubbing. So it kind of looks like a wet fly, but not really. It's a little nymph up here. And then the bottom one is a size 20. Oh, I guess you could call it a zebra midge. Is kind of what I like to fish with. So it's dropped off 6 to 8 inches off the first fly up here. I'm fishing pretty shallow because the water's dropped out and the fish are a little bit more shallow in the upper column. It's called a Pat Dorsey style indicator, which is yarn kind of fluffed out. I've kind of put 2 different colors, cut it to the right size, and it's attached with an orthodontic rubber band here. It makes it sliding up and down to adjust the depth really easy. So let's go out and see what we can do. You found my steps, thank you. There's another one down there. There's a couple fish working right here in this run. Pretty shallow and very easily spooked. But there are some really good sized fish that hold in this little shallow run right here. You can see, oh, there goes a little one. So I see some real small midges coming off. Maybe size 26s, and you can see the fish kind of coming up and taking them. It looks like more they're taking emergers. I don't see many dries or adults on the surface, but there's a bunch of fish working right down here, so we're going to kind of ease our way down there and see if we can get a few. And see what these fish are taking. And you may not be able to because they're so small, but that little guy right there, when they're hatching, they're cream color, but in their pupa and larva stage, they're a darker brownish tan olive color. So that's what they're taking. So I am going to take this big fly, point fly off, and I'm going to get sneaky on them. So I'm attaching 6X leader to 5X, 6X tippet to 5X tippet. A little smaller diameter, and this is fluorocarbon that I'm using. So it's less visible, it sinks a little better. And that is a 3-turn surgeon's knot. Take the tag ends. Snip them as close as you can. Voila. So it's a really quick way to attach tippet if you're not using a tippet ring, which I don't have on right now. So let's go to a little smaller fly. Let's go to a little more of a merger style. So a little merger style would be something like this guy here. A little shuck hanging off of it. I don't have an adult on. I have more of a kind of a merger style. And I've only got a single fly. That was a strike. I just saw a fish come up to my fly. And there's something that they're kind of coming up to the fly and then they're coming away. So I have a suspicion that my indicator might be a little on the big side for this real flat, calm, shallow water. This is very shallow in here. So I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to put what's called bio strike. It's a putty strike indicator. It's biodegradable. And I'm going to go a little shallower and see if that works. There's one. Finally. Good guy. Brown. Now, this is the way to find out what they're eating. You think they're eating those midges or what? So, we actually have several different things in here. We have some adult black flies, which are these right here. We have some black fly larvae, which is that right there. I don't know if you can see that very good, but that little guy with a little thicker bulbous end there on the end, that's a black fly larva. And they're usually just full of those too. And then these are midges. Another little brown. Can you see the bugs? Can you see the bugs?
Yeah.
So this shallow, where it really shallows in here, these midges are hatching, which they'll typically do in, you know, the shallow riffles, which is why you see these, are these sparrows? What are these little, I forget what these birds are, but when you see them going crazy on the surface, typically there's some type of a hatch going on, whether a little caddis or a midge hatch. We're moving from Lancaster up to the dam. They turned the generators on at 8 a.m. so it took about, what, 30-40 minutes for it to hit here?
Yeah. That's a big brookie.
It's a nice little brookie.
Yeah, that's a nice brookie.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool here at the dam. The first 3 fish was a Caney slam. So the first was a brown, second was a little bow, and that last one was a brook.